Web hosting is one of the most important tools for every website designer. Of course, there are many people who have just started this work and actually don't need a host. That's why they don't want to pay for hosting. Free hosting, maybe a few years ago, it was a wish. Because no company offered free hosting for site testing, and in fact many people had to buy hosting to launch their small sites or test their projects. Free hosting for site testing. Of course, it is very logical that hosts are not offered for free, because hosting companies pay a lot of money for their services so that they can always have their servers active, and for this reason, they cannot offer these services for free, but today there are a number of companies which provide you with these hosts with very limited resources, and you can use them to test your projects, so that you no longer need to buy hosting for yourself. So if you want to know which companies are the best hosting companies that provide free hosting, do not miss this video from Persia Web. Before starting, I would like to point out that if you are new to the Persian Web YouTube channel, be sure to subscribe to our channel and activate the bell. Seven Best Free Hosting. Today, there are many companies and providers that offer free hosting. This free hosting can have various uses for you. In this part of the video, we want to introduce 7 of the best free hosting so that you can get to know them and be able to use them. Take advantage of them from various applications of free hosting. Number 1. AwardSpace. One of the best companies you can use to get free hosting is AwardSpace. It also offers very good quality. This company has been active in this field for more than 17 years, and many people use its excellent services. Of course, this hosting will have limitations and you cannot use it in a very serious and professional way, so pay attention to this point. Make sure that its limitations are not a problem for you. The free hosting of this company will provide you with 1 GB of space and 5 GB of bandwidth, which you can use to run your demo sites or portfolios in the best possible way. We do not recommend using this hosting for large projects. Or even your very important projects should not be run through these hostings so that they don't get into trouble. Number 2. 000 Webhost. Another site that offers you free hosting and is one of the best companies that provide free WordPress hosting is 000 Webhost, which offers better quality than other hosting, and you do not have many problems in terms of its quality. This hosting offers you 1 GB of disk space and 100 GB of bandwidth that you can host 2 sites using this host and have no problem at all. Of course, make sure that this 1 GB finally, it can host a site and it can only be useful for your small projects. In addition, the management panel of this free hosting is cPanel, which can be a good advantage for you. Number 3. Infinity Free. Infinity Free will provide you with a 5 GB hosting that you can use to host your sites up to 5 GB, and this site offers you a larger volume than the other sites that we have introduced. This issue can be a good advantage for it. The bandwidth of this hosting is unlimited and you can implement your small projects in it to the extent of showing a demo. You can add unlimited domains on this free web hosting by just 1 FTP account and limited server power. Number 4. Free Hosting. As you can see from the name of this site, it is generally active in the field of providing free hosting, and in fact you can get free hosting by taking advantage of it. Be careful that this hosting has very few restrictions for providing free hosting, and you can have different projects using it. The main space that this hosting offers you is 10 GB, and it does not limit the bandwidth at all, and it is unlimited, which you can use to run your various projects, which will be a great advantage for you. Of course, in terms of security, other hosting companies may be superior to this company because this company does not have a lot of history in this field, and you should not put your main and big projects in it because you may have problems later and you may not be able to keep it well. Number 5. Freehostia. This company is another free hosting provider that has many limitations, and you will have a lot of problems with it in terms of space. Be careful that you cannot have many large projects using this company's hosting and only to test many projects. You can use it small. The volume of this hosting is very small, and in fact, the space it offers you cannot be suitable for you at all, and in fact you cannot have even the smallest projects using 250 megabytes of space, and in fact you can only have a simple WordPress site, along with a limited set of plugins to test them. The management panel of this host is neither direct admin nor cPanel, and in fact you can manage this hosting using the Elefante panel, which may be a problem for you and you will not be able to manage your hosting very well. In general, this hosting company works much worse than other hosting companies and your vote cannot be the most appropriate. We suggest you choose other free hosting companies to get better service and quality, and because of the quality, and don't have any security problem. Number 6, GoogieHost. This company is one of the best hosting providers in India, which has been able to provide good quality in its various services to users. Be careful that this company also provides free hosting, and the free hosting it provides they are provided with quality that you can use to launch your site in the best possible way or test your projects. This hosting will provide you with unlimited bandwidth and 1 GB of disk space that you can use to run your various projects. Although this free hosting cannot ensure the security of your sites well because the support team of these hosts are not very sensitive about free hosts, and you should not put your main and big projects in them. But in general, the quality of these free hosts can compete with their competitors, and you can have better quality by using these free hosts. Of course, be careful that this hosting has limitations in creating databases and emails, and you cannot create unlimited databases and emails. Number 7, free hosting, no ads. If we want to name another hosting company, we should go to Free Hosting Nodes. Let's talk about the fact that it offers relatively good resources in free hosting, and this makes you able to use it to run your various sites. Be careful that this free hosting offers you 1 GB of space, and you will have more than 10 GB of bandwidth in which you can run your style sites, or if you want to get to know the hosting space, you can use these hosts, so that you can work with the host in general. Of course, be careful that the quality and security of this hosting cannot be confirmed and it has less history than other providers, which makes you unable to trust it too much. Advantages of free hosting. Zero cost. One of the great advantages of free hosting is the lack of financial costs. For people looking for an economical solution for website hosting or small projects, this is an attractive option. Experiments and tests. Free hosting allows users to test their applications or websites at no cost and use the service until they need more resources. Fast start speed. Some free hosting services allow quick startup and easy installation of content management tools such as WordPress and Joomla. Primary sources. For small projects with limited traffic, the resources provided in free hosting may be sufficient and the need for paid hosting is not critical. Disadvantages of free hosting. Resource limitations. Free hosting usually offers limited resources, including disk space, bandwidth, and minimum processing power, which may not be enough for larger or high-traffic projects. Intrusive ads. Some free hosting services insert annoying ads on your websites which may affect the user experience. Limited support. Support on free hosting may be limited and support is provided exclusively for upgrading to a paid plan. Unsafety. Security on free hosting may be low and you may be moved to shared servers, which may put your information at risk. Unable to transfer the domain. Some free hosting services do not offer domain transfer, which may be problematic for people who need a dedicated domain. With these pros and cons in mind, choosing between free and paid hosting depends on your specific project needs and goals.